You ever wake up and you get that feeling in your stomach that there's something really important you gotta do today, but then you can't remember what it is, so you check your phone and you go to your calendar app and there's not even a dot for today that indicates you have anything going on. But then you're like, okay, well, I guess I'll go about my day. So then you start making your coffee and you go about your morning, and then that feeling is still just sitting there that you're forgetting to do something really important. And so then you go through your text messages frantically, trying to make sure you didn't miss a brunch with a buddy, and then you don't find anything, and so you're just slowly losing your mind throughout the rest of the day, waiting for a text or a phone call about why you didn't show up to something really important. And so then you're like, well, I don't ever want to feel this feeling again. So you go to the store and you look at all the different calendars they have there, because you think maybe if you had a calendar on the wall that might help you remember. But then you get to the store and you look at all the options they have, and they're all stupid and ugly looking. And you're like, I would never in a million years buy this. This is so stupid and ugly looking. And so then you start to panic and you go, what's the solution? What am I forgetting to do today? Why can't I remember if it's something so important? And then you get a text message from your dad saying that it's your mom's birthday. Don't forget. Why didn't you put that in your calendar? Why didn't you write that down? It's your mother's birthday. She gave birth to you, you dingus. You should have freaking remembered this, you dumb idiot. What's up, you guys? Nick here from Shop Last, and today I'm going to show you how to make this plexiglass wall calendar. All right. I have acquired this piece of plexiglass from Home Depot. I've already drilled holes in the corners where I want to mount it to the wall. I'm just going to use 4 lag bolts basically in the wall, and then I can use 2 nuts, one on the inside and then one on the outside, to secure it in place. But it's going to be a pretty easy project. Really, we're just going to need to draw a grid that's 7 blocks long by 6 blocks tall, label it, and then we can adjust it for every month that we need. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start with the grid. Winston's gonna join us. He seems rather interested. So I did the math. I think what we're gonna need to do is we're gonna have the 7 blocks going this way, about 4.5 inches long, and then our 6 blocks is this way, about 4 inches tall. So there it is. So now the next thing we have to do is put the days of the week at the top. I think for that I'm gonna print out a font and then use paper cutouts to kind of make those days. Okay, so I found a font I liked, super simple and clean. We're just gonna reuse obviously the S and the T's. What I'm doing right now is adding a backing to the paper. Paper's pretty thin, but I want this to be like a usable stencil. So I'm just adding some tape to the back of it. Kind of stiffen it up a little bit. Maybe I'll go crazy, do a couple layers. All right, let's fill that up. I'm just gonna trim the extra tape off. So now I'm just going to carefully go through and I'm going to X-Acto this out. Make sure you take your time. You want this to look good. Cool, there we go. Now I just need to use this stencil, trace these onto the plexiglass. But remember, we have to do it backwards because we're writing on the back of the board right now. And so we've got to account for that when we trace these onto the plexiglass. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna do too, really quick, is I need to kind of figure out how big these things are because I want to try and center them. So I think we need like just over 1/4 inch gap. So to make sure that that's consistent, I think what I'm gonna do is mark 3/8 of an inch. So what I'm gonna do is just take my ruler, cut a line across the bottom of the stencil, and then now I can line this up with the actual grid that we drew out to then make sure that they're all on the same plane. And I'm gonna cut these out individually so that way I can more easily kind of eyeball if they're centered or not. There's my stencil bits. Now that that's done, pull my grid down here. Now remember,
This is backwards. This is the back side of the thing. So when we mount it to the wall, we have to flip it around. So technically it's gonna go this way. Make sure that your letters are backwards, because again, when you flip it, you want them to read the right direction. Boom! Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. No, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's backwards, okay, it's hard to keep track of. Okay, so I just installed these bolts into the studs because I want it to be nice and sturdy. I just held up the plexiglass to the wall, made sure it was level, marked out the holes where I already drilled them, put the bolts in. So now it's time to actually install the plexiglass. What I did is I measured off of the wall about 1 inch and then put a nut there. So now these are all properly spaced out. So now I should be able to take my plexiglass, line up the holes, and it should go right on. Cool, and then I can put those on. And there is our calendar. All right, and now every month, all I have to do is write the days. It's 30 days this month. It is September. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Also, go check out my Patreon page. Link will be in the description if you want to help me out so I can keep making these videos for you guys. I really love doing it, so that'd be awesome. But if not, of course, no pressure, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.